Former Broncos safety Kareem Jackson now has a new NFL home. The Denver Broncos placed Kareem Jackson on the waiver wire yesterday with hopes of him clearing and then being able to re sign with the team's practice squad. The Broncos likely would have elevated K-Jack to the active roster for the final two games. This was essentially a roster management tactic by the Denver Broncos, but there was always the risk of another team swooping in and claiming K-Jack off waivers, and that is what happened here. According to Mike Kliss, Kareem Jackson has been claimed off of waivers by his old team, the Houston Texans. He is now on their 53-man roster as they look to make a playoff push. The Broncos did Kareem Jackson right. He gets to keep his original contract from this season, but I'm curious to see just how much of that money he's actually going to get because of how much money he's lost this year in fines, and he's lost a total of 8 game checks from suspensions. So I'm very curious to see how much money Kareem Jackson is actually going to get. But of all teams that K-Jack could have ended up on, I'm really glad that it is the Houston Texans. He was a former first-round pick by the Texans in 2010 and played both corner and safety for them all the way up until the 2018 season. And then in 2019, he ended up signing with Denver. So of all teams that Kareem Jackson could have gone to, he's going home. I'm happy for him. He gets to go back to Houston and contribute there and hopefully win them a playoff game. But I know this is probably going to be a bit of a divisive move in the Denver Broncos locker room. He was highly respected by a lot of members of the Denver Broncos locker room, including Justin Simmons, his eventual replacement even in PJ Locke. I know that Kareem Jackson was a very popular figure in that locker room, so I'm curious to see if this move by the Broncos is going to create any tension between players and upper management or players and Sean Payton. I'm also curious to see if this was a Sean Payton decision. I know the Broncos were gambling on getting Kareem Jackson back, but they knew that this was going to be a strong possibility. And I'm not surprised at all that it was the Houston Texans. Another connection there, D'Amico Ryans and Kareem Jackson actually played together in Houston. So it just makes too much sense on a bunch of different levels. Kareem Jackson now gets to go play for a team that's in heavy playoff contention. As for the Broncos, they get to move forward with PJ Locke and not have any brewing controversy between PJ Locke and Kareem Jackson moving forward. All right, guys, I am curious about how you guys feel about Kareem Jackson officially moving on from the Denver Broncos and going back home to Houston. Drop those comments down below, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts as always. Be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are 2 free and easy ways to show your support, helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. And until next time, guys, I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.